Family, once again, I am your host, TWID. TWID stands for That's What I Do. Feel free to go shop at our website, www.twidware.com. And if you want to support the channel, go to our Cash App, $ capital TWID 10. Once again, www.twidware.com. Okay, I won't be before you long. Read the title. It says Unmarried Woman Gives Marital Advice. I hope I spelled that right. I think I did. I didn't do a spell check. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, like I said, I deal with 5 points of life: faith, beliefs, manhood, common sense, religion. You need the first 4, of course. You don't need the last one. It's just part of everyday life that we live. So I talk about it. Today I'm going to be talking about, well, I'm going to show a video about this woman. I think she's going viral. She was on the Cam Newton podcast. Her name is Bryant. But I really just want to break down her talking points because it's amazing how unmarried people, men and women, I'm not biased, unmarried people are getting on platforms giving all the advice. I've been married 15 years. 15 years. And so I feel as though, based on my experience, I can break down and critique somebody who has absolutely no experience whatsoever. But, let's see what she has to say. It might make sense to you, but it didn't make any bit of sense to me.
You and I are in a relationship, and our plan is to get married, which is cleaving. Cleaving is this, babe. We locked in. I need you solid, and you need me solid, and we're human. And you can call it insecure. I call it mature. It's emotional intelligence to understand that I'm marrying a man, not a robot. And if my man has certain things that he wants to be reassured about, doesn't make him insecure, it makes him vulnerable. And if we want a vulnerable man, we have to cater, facilitate, and love and nurture the vulnerability, not emasculate, put down, and make him feel like he's wrong in those moments.
Now, everything she says sounds good. I really could critique it and break it down, about the vulnerability part. You know what I'm saying? Men don't need to be vulnerable in any way, form, or fashion. Vulnerability is weakness. Now, women like her, they try to utilize such words as vulnerability in reference to a man because it makes them feel good. For a man to come tell you how he feels, for a man to come tell you how he's feeling, that's not him being vulnerable. That's what a man is supposed to do when he needs to do it. Men are human beings. We're not animals. Contrary to popular demand and beliefs, we are human beings. And if I can't confide, like I said, I've been married 14 years. If I can't confide in my wife, not being vulnerable, I just need to talk to you. I need to get something off my chest. It has nothing to do with being vulnerable or vulnerability on my part. I just want to talk to you. I want to let you know how I feel. Yeah, I don't mind you telling me how you feel, but I want you to know how I feel. Otherwise, this relationship is going to be lopsided. It's going to be one-sided. And even though I don't believe in being vulnerable, or a man having to be vulnerable to a woman, I do have feelings. And it's just that simple. But the biggest thing for me concerning her is this lady's 40 years old, 42, I believe. No kids. Absolutely never been married in her life. Never. I'd be able to respect her a little more if she'd been married and divorced. She hasn't even walked down the aisle. She hasn't shared no man's last name. But here she is giving advice as if she's actually an expert. Let's run the tape again.
Because listen, if you and I are in a relationship, and our plan is to get married, which is cleaving. Cleaving is this, babe. We locked in. I need you solid, and you need me solid, and we're human. And you can call it insecure. I call it mature. It's emotional intelligence to understand that I'm marrying a man, not a robot. And if my man has certain things that he wants to be reassured about, doesn't make him insecure, it makes him vulnerable. And if we want a vulnerable man, we have to cater, facilitate, and love and nurture the vulnerability, not emasculate, put down, and make him feel like he's wrong in those moments. Because listen.
Okay, as you can see, she's just the typical modern day woman who feels as though, based on, her being able to get on a platform, look good, what I'm saying, be voluptuous, have a nice shape, what I'm saying, she's a shapely woman. She feels, and of course, people, men, for the most part, will allow her to get on their platform and talk as if she has any type of personal experience to get out on the platform and talk to millions of people, what I'm saying? And some people, sad to say, will take her words and really try to utilize it as if she has the experience to say some of the things that's coming out of her mouth. It would be nice if she could say, what I'm saying, I've been married for 10, 15 years and I can tell you, but no, she can't say any of that. How disrespectful is that to married women? You got women who are actually, playing the part, living the part, being a wife, catering to their man, understanding their role, and they can talk on it. This woman is not one of those women. Anyway, this has been a TWID radio moment. Like I said, I wasn't gonna be long. Don't forget, go to www.twidwear.com, get some merch, and hey, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me see, where are we at right here? There we go. Follow us at YouTube, TWID/That's What I Do. Once again, TWID/That's What I Do. Ladies and gentlemen, to all my TWID fans, until next time,